In amongst all of the hardships of the coronavirus pandemic, there have been lessons learned about how to readjust and plan for the future. BPHA, a 19,000-home regional housing association, is working to keep both its residents and staff safe and connected during 2020. This unity is helping to drive the organisation forward ahead of the launch of their new corporate strategy. Helena Carter reports from Bedford.
BPHA's team are driven by the desire to support their community, putting their residents first and helping them through the toughest of challenges. The association's partnerships with more than 30 organisations play a key role in this, a role that has proved imperative during the pandemic.
Working together in partnerships is vital, particularly at the moment when resources are so scarce and our communities and residents are facing challenges that perhaps they haven't ever faced before. So by coming together to work with our partners, we can support our residents and make more of an impact.
Such partnerships include collaboration with the local council and their public health team.
During COVID, we've had to come together even closer. Housing associations often house some of the most vulnerable people, some of the harder to reach communities. And so it's been essential, particularly where we've had large numbers of people shielding, that we work together with BPHA to make sure that those people are as well looked after as they can be during this incredibly difficult period.
Thank you very much, very generous. Hope you keep them well.
Jim knows just what a difference working together makes. He's part of the community development team and each month collects food parcels from BPHA staff across the county, gathering together donations to help those facing tough circumstances.
So many people are struggling at the moment and I'm fortunate enough that I'm not, so I just want to do a bit to help out.
It's really good to come and help out and also to catch up with the team as well, to see some people from the office because we've been working remotely so long now, you don't get to see the faces, so it's really good to get out and see people.
The food parcels are then brought to this food bank where they'll be distributed to the local communities, including BPHA residents.
We've obviously got a lot of vulnerable people, a lot of people going through isolation, not being able to go out and get their shopping. It's incredibly important that we support them in those times because they are some of society's most vulnerable people. It's fantastic. Quite proud actually of the team we're putting together to do this, and it's a really good feeling that you get from helping people. Yeah, I love it.
It's just really great that when we've got a good working relationship with a housing association and that we can depend upon each other in times of crisis.
At BPHA, it's also about providing support for colleagues. And why was it so important to you to become a mental health first aider?
A lot of our staff have felt feelings of isolation with us working from home during the lockdown, and being available to talk to the staff and talk them through and direct them to the places they need to go and just letting them know we're here if you just need to talk. I feel blessed that people feel okay to come and tell me when they're having a tough time. I actually feel, it makes me feel honoured that people trust me enough to speak to me about their difficulties.
In order to provide the best support, perspective is key.
So we as an organisation want to move from thinking about our customers to thinking like our customers. How does it feel to be a customer of BPHA? What is your experience of BPHA? And it's really interesting how our members of staff have been able to think in a different way. Automatically, just we give them an issue to look at and they change their personas completely. They become a customer, they think like the customer, and the outcome of that is creating new processes, new activities that will meet the needs of our customers.
Initiatives established during the pandemic will be fundamental in shaping BPHA's corporate strategy in its fourth decade.
If ever there was a role for housing associations, it's now, but I think you must have a forward-looking view. I think everybody needs to be thinking about what are the drivers going to be in the future. And I suppose I've got sort of three things which really come into my mind. One is this systems thinking, which is about getting efficiency in the way that we deliver our services. I think the second one is about the environment, because more and more we're going to have to make sure that our properties are environmentally friendly, that we are being very careful about energy consumption, that we're not getting people driving all over the country for sort of no reason at all. And then the final thing is just never ever lose sight of the fact that you're here for your customers.
Here for their customers and for each other, now and in the future. A team that takes pride in their work and is proud of the society they support.